story.
I'm talking
You ready?
about what you talking about, bro?
Prostitute story. You guys ready? Are you ready for this? Bondage? I'm in.
I should be able to hire my own tweaker to beat up another tweaker.
Gets high fives from the boys.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Good morning with the boys.
Good morning, everyone.
Almost noon dudes today.
Basically, noon dudes.
Pretty
Not
much
quite.
the noon dudes. It's been a day.
Do me a
day.
solid, set that over there.
Look
Voila.
at that. Look at that. Oh. Look at my hands. Look how...
Check it out. Check it out. We are in this dude's dealing with more technical difficulties.
Yeah.
You get one new piece of equipment, and then the other piece of equipment doesn't work with it.
Yeah.
So now you got to get new equipment to replace old equipment.
Because you need a specific mic. Huh? It's dark. You can turn her up. Turn her up a little bit. There you go. There you go.
It's been a fun one.
Yeah. This has been a stressful day, man. For no reason. Yeah. For no reason, man. I had my rage recurring dream last night and woke up like 3 times just drenched in sweat. And then the new blanket I got is terrible for that because it's super fuzzy, but then it just like holds the sweat. Yeah, just, oh, dude, it's so terrible. So then I tried to do laundry this morning.
Sounds like you have some stuff you're needing to work out.
Yeah, I mean, I always took it as like my reoccurring stress dream, like flip out dream was a way for my body to relieve that, like, you know, the feeling I have. But now I'm just thinking it happens more when I'm stressed out. But I don't really know what I'm stressed out about. So then I'm stressed out thinking, Wait, hold on. What happened there? Huh? Yeah, why? What's going on?
Do you want me to talk?
His is not. His mic's not even registering. Is it? It turned off.
Can you hear me now?
There.
Can you hear me now?
It's still not picking anything up right here. Okay, hold up. We're gonna do something. Now, can we hear him?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go.
There you
Finally. Finally.
It is just one thing after another.
Well, I guess you know what? I guess it's a positive that we're getting new mics since you did kind of scrunch the plug-in on that one.
Yeah, but I mean...
That's definitely what just happened just now.
Yeah.
That's why we powered out there.
Well, that's because we have a million cords running every which play right now.
Yeah.
It's
a mess. It's like my life. And you did it again. You're gone.
No, I'm back.
Nope, you're gone. Because as soon as... Oh, now you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I did right there. I had to adjust them because the way the mic is sitting is just...
Yeah. Oh, God, guys. Yeah. Happy
What
Monday.
episode are we? 50...
I changed
54?
54, I think. Yeah, 54, I
I
believe.
believe it's 54. Is that what it says down there? DJs, I say 53. I think it says 53.
We're in the 50s, low 50s.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Plugging along, dealing with the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on with my hair right now either.
Well, one good thing is if we just get the two XLR mics, a guest mic, we could definitely use one of the Yetis for a guest mic. I was watching a video and the guy said, Yeti mic, if you get a shock filter for it and a windscreen, and you'll get much more performance, or you'll get more performance out of your Yeti mic than doing anything with a audio interface.
Yep.
Videos you wish you found before you started doing stuff. It's kind of research. It's...
Well, not even so much. Like, think about what you got for the stream on Twitch. You got your camera, you got your thing, and then you are ready to rock and roll. This is taking a laptop and now a mixer, webcam, two mics. Now I gotta get 2 new mics and keep plugging along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is just part of the fun of living out your dreams.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory. I wasn't even mad at it. As running a company for the last 4 years, this is just, you're just used to it at this point. It happens all the time. I mean, it's, like even calling Josh this morning, he expected to see me, you know, he told me it was going to be ready to go today. I'd have the whole place ready to go. It's not going to be ready for another week.
Yeah.
And which is going to coincide with my other house now that I have to go prime on. But it actually should work out still, because if that one's ready to be primed, that means that Joe still needs to go in there and do his thing. So I can prime everything, but
and then let him get in there and do all, because he's got to do trim, I'm sure, over there too.
Yeah. But it's a much smaller house, so it shouldn't really be an issue on this one.
Yeah, it'd be pretty quick. He gets that stuff up pretty fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of things. Comes with this business.
When it
Comes with
rains,
the technical difficulties.
It pours, as they say.
I don't even know if it's pouring. When you really think about realistically.
No, I mean, yeah, it's these little hiccups that we're running into today are pretty minimal on the. If you look at it on a world scale, we're doing pretty good.
That's it. You know, I want to hear world scale. I'm top 4% in the world listening to Spotify.
What song? What?
No, just in general. I listen to more music than 96% of the world on Spotify.
Okay. Spotify's your go-to, huh?
Yeah, unless they're going. I mean, everybody could be listening to like Apple Music or something else, Amazon Music, whatever.
If I do
Pandora.
a lot on YouTube, just because I don't pay for the premium Spotify. So if
But you do for YouTube.
For music, yeah. That's where I go for my music.
YouTube has their own. You have to pay for.
Oh well, yeah. YouTube
Premium gives you access to the music side, everything.
Yeah. So, but YouTube, I can search what song I want and listen to it as many times as I want. On Spotify, when you are not a premium member, you search for a song on my phone. I'll search for a song, and it will give me a playlist of similar songs, and the song that I wanted is like 6 songs in. So I'm like, no, I want to listen to the song I searched.
That's way better than Pandora. Pandora, you just get a genre of music.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But so what I'm doing right now is at home on Spotify. If you're actually using the app on your computer, it will let you search and restart. So I'm trying to rebuild my YouTube app in Spotify.
Listening to music on on YouTube though, if you don't have, and then all of a sudden you're getting ads in the middle of a song, like.
Not in the middle. It'll finish your song out. But it's usually like every other song you're getting an ad and you have to skip it. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
3 minutes?
It's a lot of ads. That's why I want to rebuild my playlist on Spotify, the YouTube one I have, because it's a good playlist. Got a lot of random good songs on it. I usually hand it to Izzy and let her just go picking through it.
What's your go-to jam? What was your number one on the old Spotify Wrapped?
I didn't even look.
I didn't even look. DJ, what is your style of music you're listening to right now?
I don't know what I'm listening to right now.
I think he's listening to Bougie.
Oh yeah, Bougie Clean Rap.
Bougie Clean Rap right now.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I just found this new guy just because of one lyric from a song. It's like, my buddy got autism. She thought he threw up gang signs. That's just my dog stimming. Because he's just like, he's just like over there doing weird things with his fingers. It's like, that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But yeah, he's kind of somewhat big, and he's got a pretty big lisp, which is interesting.
Hey, look,
yeah, and he's still killing. Yeah, still killing the game.
Oh yeah, that's pretty dope.
It's pretty. I like finding random people like that, like Will Colin. I found him on TikTok because he would go sit next to girls and like serenade them with songs. That's how I found him. He's got some pretty good tunes. But they're definitely on the.
He's a country singer more or less. Though.
Yeah, they're definitely in the genre of like
a pop singer.
Acoustic love song style is kind of his jam. So.
Oh yeah. I like the. There's another live one that they just walked up to. They look like two guys like out of the '80s. One's like in a purple and another one's like in a turquoise suit, and they're just like, you think you could write a hit song in 60 seconds?
I've seen a couple of those guys. That's how I found Fulton Lee as well. Fulton Lee is kind of like an old jazzy style. Like it's just a weird genre. It's like it's not from this era for sure, but it's really good. He's pretty good.
There's I was over hanging out with the wife and shout out Mary, she was playing music.
Good.
Tell you
Good
what, it was
jams?
just like an exact playlist of everything that I listened to. Had Marky Basie on there. Had Mansions was playing.
I'm gonna try to put my mic sideways since that was sounding pretty good the other day when it was.
I was
sideways.
sounding pretty
Yeah.
good.
So maybe if I sit like this.
Oh, I know. DJ is the one on the ones and twos. You know what the issue is? This is what you're seeing. We don't have our blue light behind us.
I know that.
And that's what the real issue is.
You look like a gloomy fucking
Who?
overcast day.
Oh, he does? You still trying to brighten us? Yeah, all right, we can get this thing plugged in. We'll get the
lighting corner.
we'll get the light back. We'll get the which is hey dude, if we switch to XLR mics then we don't have to worry about plugging these things in. And
It fits with our rainy day tech parade.
rainy day tech
But-
parade. Yes.
Are you?
Uh,
I mean, you're saying that me personally look gloomy.
That corner's just dark, bro.
Oh,
the
okay.
corner. Maybe we should get a little clip on like light a little up by the cups. Like like a little display
I
shelf
wanna
light.
switch.
Good God, man.
I want a switch that runs down from there, so every time I have a good idea, I can click it, and then all of a sudden there's a
a light that comes on above your head, dude. That's badass, dude. You're like, oh, I got it.
Ding.
All right, that's pretty
I
good.
think we could wire that up. That'd be pretty easy.
We can wire that in, yeah. Fire that right up.
Yeah, let's add it to
You
the
think you can edit
technical
that
side
in?
of things.
You can just edit that in? Yeah, hell yeah.
We don't mind. Hopefully, this wouldn't even have to edit anything. It
Yeah,
just,
it works. Well, that'll be nice. That's what's nice about dude,
my brother is an electrical engineer.
We
He
need-
should be able to help me with this.
We should call him down here and be like, bro, we bought an audio interface and we don't know how to use it. Fucking get on down. No,
I
like I
wonder
said,
if he would be impressed or if he would be like, "Why did you buy this?"
that's probably what he'd do. But like I said, the research that I found today is research I wish I would have fucking found. Otherwise, we probably would have started with the XLR mics or got them with the interface. Because it's gonna be great. You plug an XLR mic into it, and it's gonna work like it's gonna
Bro,
work like
you
a
should
charm.
see the way Blue Yeti does their commercials. They sold me. Like when
Yeah.
I was watching them, they literally are like, you look in a podcast, and it literally shows two people with a laptop in front of them just chopping it up back and forth.
Yeah,
So they got me.
they got me too, dude. I have one sitting in my house. It works great for streaming, but when you're getting to plugging, you can't plug 3 USB microphones into a laptop.
Well, that, and then we tried to fix that because remember we got the power bank,
But
and then it
that
was distorting audio.
then the camera wouldn't even come in
Well,
right, and
The camera wouldn't come in.
No,
Oh yeah,
we
because it
tried to
started
put- yep.
overheating and everything.
camera we had to plug it directly into the computer because it was all choppy once we plugged it in through that extender. It's a fucking nightmare, bro.
Yeah.
You should have a dedicated PC sitting right here specifically for the pod.
That's literally what it is. Are you talking about a PC, an actual tower?
Because you can have 7-8 things plugged in via USB on a tower and not be limited to laptop space.
Yeah.
But then you're paying freaking.
And then you got all these little bastards running around with iPads and they're just streaming away or shooting their videos like nobody's business.
It's because they buy a specific phone, just for their streaming. One phone for their use and one phone for streaming. And
Yeah.
no.
Apparently all these kids got the expendable
Mm-hmm.
money just to pitch away on all this equipment.
Well, dude, Aiden Ross sitting on it. He even called himself out for it. Sitting on his ass, doing nothing, just streaming, makes like $75 million a year. He even said, he's like, the world's fucking unfair, dude. If you can find a way to rig the system, fucking do it. He's pretty humble about it too. He's like, I fucking shouldn't be sitting here raking in this much money. Then fucking do something with it. I'll take a little.
Well, that's definitely never gonna happen. But on
No, I
the-
think he does decent, right? Like, actually, I never looked into. Can you look up that? Does Aiden Ross do any like philanthropy type stuff? I know Kai Cenat does. He did 20% of his subathon income went to a school in Nigeria, which is pretty dope. So,
But like I said,
20%.
on the back end, bro. Exactly. All this stuff, it looks like a charitable donation. It
But
sounds good, right?
Yeah, but they get to write it off.
They're writing it off,
Yeah.
and on top of it, you have to so you can minimize how much you have to pay in taxes. It all benefits them.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Oprah. All her stuff that she would give
Mhm.
away,
You get a car, and
everybody
you
had to
get
pay
a
the
car.
taxes on those things.
And she got to write taxes off on those things.
And everybody's like, "Oh man, she was the greatest." And all else. No, I mean, if you needed a car real bad, cool. But then
How bad you need that car?
that's what it literally boiled down to. And it's like when you see like the trusts and the foundations, and foundations are just really fancy words for where you're to hide your money.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the United States as a whole and you realize that it was set up that way in the first place. If you had half a brain.
Yeah, that's why they did it the way they did it, and that's why the rich have become richer and the poor have become poorer over the last century.
Unless I
two.
mean, it doesn't really do any good to tell a bunch of people this, because only a select people are going to actually have the brains to do anything with it.
Well, that
Like
and
the idea, like I've been telling you, like creating this holding company and then setting all. I mean, you're basically, as long as the banks don't fail, you can get out the money you want out of them.
If you do it right, yeah. If you know the tricks of the trade.
And it's really, and that's the sad part about it is, there's so many people who have to like walk through this whole thing, and they just get taken advantage of along the way. I mean, that's why the housing market crashed back in 2008. They were just giving loans to people who had no ability to pay them back whatsoever. Just for those people to have the chance at the American dream.
Well, sure, that's what they get, I guess.
Dang.
I wish
I was like, if you didn't have the luxury of your parents, you'd be one of them.
100%. My biggest mistake when I owned my house was taking the COVID relief option for my house mortgage. Because there was an option you could defer payments for, I think it was a year. But what I didn't realize, and what they didn't tell you, and what they didn't even have implemented when you signed up for it, was that then you could not refinance your house. So when it came time to refinance, and I could have refinanced and probably had like $70K of equity in the house, I couldn't do that because I had taken that COVID relief benefit. And she's like, yeah, we didn't even know when we started this, we didn't even know that was going to be an implication of taking it.
I wonder how many of the people that affected on the back end, if that is the case. Was it specifically just
the COVID relief thing? If you accepted the COVID relief, you could not.
Everybody took that money.
I'm sure it wasn't. No. It was a mortgage option from my bank.
So
that said we can defer your payments for a year. Yeah. So not the dividend or whatever they gave everybody. No, this was my bank gave us an option.
Okay.
And like I said, when they gave us that option, they didn't even know that they were going to implement that you couldn't refinance your house afterwards.
The banks were doing some.
Yeah. So when I signed that paperwork, there was nothing in there saying you will not be able to refinance your home because that wasn't implemented when I signed up for it. So it's pretty shady. pretty shady to be like, well, I didn't even know that. And they're like, oh, we didn't even know that.
That seems, yeah.
Yeah, like, wait, what? Then how can you do that? But I obviously didn't fight it. I'm not going to take him to court and fucking all that
That's
shit.
a tough one. I mean, you're talking about taking the banks to court.
Yeah,
I
you're not going to fucking win. You're not going to fucking win.
I mean, that's why it's so important now, like I'm talking about with this holding company and everything, because that's the only way you're going to ever be able to leverage against these people.
Is get in with them,
Not even get in with them. I mean, you're creating your own, like, sovereign little state.
Yeah, you're doing what they do, though.
100%.
Yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
what they do, but you're not playing their game. You're just using the system. They'll probably be pissed off us more than
100%.
anything.
Yeah, 100%. Is they're gonna be like, how the fuck did they learn how to do this?
100%.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with that.
Yeah, let them fucking.
Kind of
Let 'em.
gotten pretty good at pissing people off at this point.
Me too, dude. Hence this morning.
Yeah, I was like, it just comes with the, it's just the nature of things. You're never, ever going to be able to make everybody happy.
It's true. It's very true.
And then try to keep the ones you really, really love happy, because,
Yeah.
man, it doesn't really matter too much at the end of the day if you lose them.
Yeah, if you lose everyone else, that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't want to lose that circle. My circle is pretty small too.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, even that, like, the idea, I was listening to this thing where he's like, it's such a beautiful idea just to rip yourself apart and just take care of everybody. But, man, you start taking care of this person, and then everything starts falling away. Because it takes a lot out of you to be able to do it.
100%, yeah. Definitely does.
Like, we were taking a walk around the mall, and it was just had me all thinking about when we were doing football. I spent so much money coaching. My son wasn't even out there, and that was along with being on the trips, taking care of other people's kids.
Yep.
Having them, housing them in our rooms because their parents couldn't make it. So it's like and that was just expected of us. We had the extra income. The kids are never going to have the opportunity to do it again. We will.
It's for the kids, for sure.
100%.
Yeah. A lot of what we do is for the kiddos.
Oh, yeah. Even got Nando up this morning doing our damn thing. That was fun.
Yeah, did you guys get a good timing?
No, he was.
First time?
He just can sleep, man.
Mm-hmm.
You get him to bed at the regular time, and he's still. I was up, till midnight last night, basically, finishing laundry and everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like, how are you still sleeping, dude?
Right? I used to be able to do that. I can't anymore. I was up at
Like we probably talked about it on like 12 of these episodes.
Yeah. I was up at 8 o'clock and I went to bed at 2 this weekend. Went to bed at 2, still up at 8, couldn't go back to bed.
The wake up is the thing that always happens regardless,
Mhm.
It seems to be like I can go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock will roll and then bam, I'm up.
It's like, yeah, and just like up like, okay, I gotta do something now.
And it might even be the way my place is set up because the sun comes peeking right in through. As soon as that sun hits you, it actually is something with the vitamin D that actually gets you
It
awake.
makes sense because my brother's room is set up to where you don't get hit with sun until about like 9:30 or 10, and that's about usually when they roll out of bed. Yeah, so maybe it is something about that sun hitting you, just so it pops you right up.
It is good. I will. That's my routine. I wake up, if I have dog here, get Elsie, going downstairs, step out the front door, smoke a cigarette, stare at the sun, and then go back in. And if I somehow manage to go back upstairs and hit my bed,
You'll fall back asleep.
I most likely will, but it rarely happens. Especially since I usually go back in, grab a towel, hit the shower.
Yeah, that's instantly get up and do that. That'll help.
The crazy part is like Nando, you know what I mean? You're like, dude, I'm doing all this stuff. You know how to.
You
You
should
see
know
me
how to get
do it
yourself
a million
up.
times. Nothing's changed. He's had to get in there all jacked for Christmas break here coming up. It's almost next week, I
Man.
think.
Really? I gotta go look at the calendar then, I guess. Shit.
Mm-hmm. And they're out until the 1st, I want to say.
It's coming up on in damn.
Yeah, Christmas is literally
Mhm.
like 2 weeks away. I
Mhm.
think maybe even less. DJ, we got a calendar.
I think it's right because Christmas is supposed to be my week, so I would have the kids this week.
13 days.
Yeah,
13
So when
days till Christmas. Wow,
this will be right when I'm getting my kids back. I think that week.
that's pretty dope though. You got 'em Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, I even asked Nikita if she wanted Christmas, and no, and it makes sense. She
Right,
doesn't.
like it's a little tight around the old house.
Well, no, she doesn't have a lot of family in town either.
Even so, I mean, a little
Yeah.
tight around the old household, I'm sure, when it comes to expendable income.
She's working again. She started working.
But even
again.
so.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm in this day and age, bro. You have two full
Dude.
incomes, and God forbid you have to pay for a mortgage.
I just went and got some groceries the other day, and it was like barely any, and it was almost $100. I was like, fuck, dude.
Bro, I made tacos, and I think that was $60 to do tacos.
It's insane, bro.
Like, granted, it was tacos for 3 people, but
Still, you go to the
meat was only
restaurant.
$12, huh?
You
know
go
what
to
I
the
mean?
restaurant, and you're $20 a meal for 3 people. That's $60. You could have went and fucking had someone else cook you tacos for $60.
Yeah, because we just went to Los Mayas, and that was 44 for 2 people.
Pretty dang close, yeah. So.
That was with a tip. It's not like I'm.
Yeah.
I should start tipping myself when I cook. You earn this.
You earned this. Here's $20. That's fucking hilarious. You just got a tip jar in the
I'm gonna
kitchen.
put a tip jar in the kitchen.
Every once in a while, go take it and go spend it on
I'm gonna
something.
I'm gonna put a tip jar right on the end of DJ's desk.
We'll tip him when we're done with the pod. Hey, man, you didn't look anything up today, so I ain't tipping. But you
Yo,
did.
Like, how come you didn't even look up anything? You didn't even act like he was gonna look up anything today. Why are we tipping this guy?
Still got. If there's a tip jar there, I just feel obligated to put $1 in.
And all of a sudden he's with the credit card machine and keeps pulling it out, and now he's just expecting a tip from me. He's not even doing anything.
Turns around, unplugs the computer, be like, "That's what you get. You guys didn't tip 3 weeks in a row. You guys never once tipped the fucking search guy." Oh.
Hey DJ, do you think you could search this up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, just type this in. We're sorry. That was so fun. What were we at dinner the other day? Yeah, that was breakfast. Hey,
I was at
DJ,
breakfast.
Yeah, hey, DJ, can you look that up for me? Say, fuck you, dude. Oh,
We were
just
lucky there
kidding,
was no
just
microphones while we were having breakfast. That would have been a solid podcast.
kidding. It would have. And literally, dude, I'm
Especially with whatever that baby was mugging
dude, that was
DJ over
funny,
there.
too. That was funny too. But
DJ was getting ready to fight a baby.
I have a problem with my voice level regulation. Apparently, it's a little bit of the tism, is what I was told. So I might have been sprinkled with a little bit. But yeah, when we were sitting there talking, there was a couple times I was like, "Hey, Matt, quiet it down. The old ladies around are listening."
That was adorable. And because obviously we had the little one with us, and just the level of excitement that little old ladies get when they see babies.
Or the level of fear that little babies get when they see 2 guys that look like the Home Alone robbers in beanies sitting.
Yeah, her reaction, you guys,
Oh,
was
so
pretty priceless.
funny. And it took me about 20 minutes to realize, but I look over at DJ, he's got a beanie on. I'm wearing my new beanie, and I'm like, I can see it.
Dude, shout out the rewards. And then I did exactly what I did every single time I go there. I
Keep
find
saving
out
them.
I have rewards, and then I go, "Oh, you want to use it?" No,
Save 'em up.
I just next time.
Save them up.
Even if I had the opportunity to use them, I'm always like, just save them. That's all I can ever figure
You're
out.
gonna be
to
like
say.
80, and they're gonna be like, "Sir, we are using these rewards for you, because if you don't,
I've been saving up to this.
save it for next time." Like, sir, there's not gonna be a next time.
There's always gonna be a next time.
Uh,
Pass these things down to my grandkids.
That's these rewards down to the grandkids.
Just keep using my cell phone number. We don't use cell phones anymore now. What do you think is going to be your when your kids have kids? What do you think they're going to call you?
Ooh,
Pop.
that's a good question.
He's going to be grandpa.
Is it?
Pappy.
Because has it changed over? Like the last 100 years ago. What did you call your grandpa? Let's look that one up.
Grandfather.
You might be right, dude. You're probably really on point with that. Grandfather.
Please, grandfather.
Enough with the sticks.
You could be from, whatever country, and then all of a sudden you just become British.
Grandpapa.
You're over in India. Hello, can I come and get a photo? Grandfather.
Grandfather 100 years ago would be a great grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you, Google. Coming through with the top notch.
Yeah, dude. Google's always on point, bro. That's so funny. Yeah, because I wonder if it did change
Meemaw.
generation. I mean, it is regionally based, I guess, right? Because down south you got your Meemaws and your Pawpaws. Up here,
Pawpaw.
you don't have as much of that.
Grandpapa.
Grandpapa.
If you're German. Grandpapa.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Just Grandpapa.
Oh, I could be granddaddy.
Granddaddy.
They call me Super Granddaddy.
Super Granddaddy. Grande.
Yeah, I was talking to Justin over there at the house this morning. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to be transitioning to being a grandpa. I'm just going to start working on vehicles. So I scored my truck from the auto auction.
Hell yeah. Did
Yeah.
you guys even go down there, or did you just bid online?
did.
You did go down?
Well, no, I bid from my vehicle, and then once I found out that I bought it,
You went and...
that's when I went and checked
Yeah.
out inside. Because I almost bought 2 vehicles on accident. I'm just glad I was able to get the first one because I didn't even know what the hell I was going to do with another vehicle. I was like, that's cool, but I don't need 2 of these.
Don't need second.
But then at the same time, I was kind of like kicking myself. I was like, man,
Should've-
why not just have a whole mess of vehicles?
And then, or even just flipping it, buying it at the
It
auction,
had-
clean it up.
I had a couple 100,000 miles on this Lariat.
Yeah. Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
I mean, it looked real nice. It was taken care of for sure. But I'm sure there was something with the computer system on that was...
Yeah.
I'm sure it was to keep going.
Those old Fords they'll keep
Well,
going if you put money into them.
It was an 01.
Yeah.
And I know like 05 to it gets pretty hairy when it comes to onboard computer systems. A lot of problems. Even my BMW, they had a recall on these X5s because the water pump would leak onto computer parts and then fry your whole system.
Dang. Yeah, that's all these new vehicles are, is just computers all the way through.
Well, that, and it's like, if we're going to have imports, they're not built for Montana.
No, yeah, you definitely got to get a vehicle that's suitable for your region for sure. Like electric vehicles.
Like, I'm always impressed how well Toyotas actually function here.
I mean, they're a really reliably built vehicle. Even like the older
But,
Camrys
they're coming
still
all the
hold
way
up
from
really
Japan.
good. Yeah?
It's like they don't have any actual metal in Japan. It's all scrap metal that they
Or they're ordering it from here or something.
You know what I mean? But in that regard, it's
Yeah,
like, how are they making it so well with what they have?
They've got to have metal over there. They don't have metal over there? What do you mean?
They're on an island.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're pretty close to China.
Like, okay, so they're trading with China.
Probably, maybe.
Okay, that would make more sense. But they're like I said, they're on an island. They can't produce anything.
Yeah.
Agriculture. Build some buildings out of what they have.
Yeah, they can produce cars apparently.
But that was like they get scrap metal and then they repurpose it, and you know.
I'm sure all the Camrys and
Melt 'em
Toyotas
down.
aren't built with scrap metal.
They
have to be getting some fresh
Dude,
metal.
can you look
in
that
there.
up? Where does Toyota source their metal?
I know Toyota has a manufacturing plant in the United States.
How does that work then?
Michigan. They build them here for here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the ones built over there are going to be all right-hand drives, and I think it's Michigan. Can we double check that as well? Where Toyota has a manufacturing plant in the U.S.
Oh, is it say right there? Yeah, they get it from China.
China. So it's there.
China Bureau Steel Group.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. They're right there.
So there you go.
And then
Everything is made in
Yeah.
fucking China.
Toyota's manufacturing plant in the U.S. I want to see if I was right with Michigan.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
You were wrong again.
That happens very often. That is known to happen quite a bit. But I knew they had a manufacturing facility.
60% of the time, every time.
Yeah. Pretty much. I was gonna try to do my statistics on that, but yeah, you check the statistics. My stats aren't looking so good.
They're not looking too hot today.
Oh man. Not in general, bro.
So now we gotta figure out this week. My whole week has been
No, it's been
thrown a loop.
misconstrued.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not the end of my week. My end of my week, I'm super excited for.
Yeah, because even when you said if I get in there and spray the ceilings, it's gonna be overkill or not overkill. You thought you were jumping the gun. That's how you said it. Jumping the gun a little bit because he's got no
Trim.
trim up. But you're doing the ceiling so that the tile guy.
Quits messing the ceiling up.
You patch spots already?
No, he's getting grout on the ceiling.
Oh.
And by trying to wipe his grout off, he is
Scraping off
texture.
Yeah.
And so I have to go paint it so he can get more grout on my ceiling.
Without fucking up the texture.
In the bathroom ceiling, bro, it goes.
Yeah, we saw that. And that's right where they're trying to put that design flare.
But
straight
watching,
line.
Justin has literally had to like cut these tiles like that along the thing. It looks so bad. But the homeowners love it.
Really?
They want them to see that on the ceiling. I have no idea.
Mm,
Doesn't make any sense.
okay. All right. Not my house.
Exactly. It looks great for my
Yeah,
place.
I was gonna say, looks great from my house. Looks fucking awesome from over here.
We just laughed about it because when we did the high school, like I was saying, I mean, the things that engineers and architects will have all figured out, and it's like, you have a giant hole in your building still. You gonna address this? And then you have like 2 months until the school is opening and kids are gonna come flooding in, and they're like, oh, hey, yeah,
There's a
we
hole
probably
right
should
there.
do something about this.
Yeah, I should have told you that. Or dude, that wall in the freaking big tall wall we did, that one was like a foot. It was like a whole foot wave in that wall. It was,
Yeah, just over at the flooring center. That
Yeah,
was wild.
that one was, I couldn't believe that, dude.
I had another lady reach out to me about a house today, but her name is Carr, last name La. So I don't know if she's a real person or not. She asked me about pressure washing and painting the outside of the house. So I'm like, well, cool. I'm starting to line up houses, but A lot of exteriors. That's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
hell yeah. Get ready for next summer. You think you can get a busted an exterior out still?
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't take it. We're in December.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, so we had a couple of nice days, but not enough in a row to make you think that you could get a whole house done. I wouldn't think.
It's not during the day. You have to think overnight.
You can lay down great paint in the day, but as soon as you leave it overnight, you're gonna get all those weird things happen. I never thought about that.
Especially if
Yep.
it never got to a temperature on the actual siding itself. If the actual siding itself is super cold, you're not going to get good adhesion because that siding is probably going to be less than the 40 degrees that you need it to be. And then, so you're not getting that, and then it's not curing because you never got to a temperature where it's actually supposed to be curing at. So you basically have a failed product. And then on top of that, you'll start to get swirl and frost marks that come out through that paint.
It's not a design choice, ladies and gentlemen. Not a design choice.
And I mean, like I said, there's guys who have attempted to do it all day long. And it comes back, and you know what sucks is they got that Spectrum building all Tyvek and everything. Man, all that plastic was just shredded in there. It was flying all over the place driving down Monad.
Oh, dang, because the wind was pretty wild this
And
weekend.
you put that up while you're building the scaffolding, you know what I mean? So now I have to go back and try to... Now it's even colder.
Bummer.
They must be doing new brick or something on the outside of the thing.
Stucco, maybe? I know Spectrum does a lot of stucco.
Well, it's a brick, though. The whole building is brick. So how does it... Yeah, I don't know.
Can you cover brick with stucco? Sure. No, you're not supposed to. I know you said you're not supposed to really cover up brick because you don't want to. You want it to be a little bit.
I mean, I definitely know you could plaster over it, so I think you'd be able to stucco over it.
That makes sense. I think the U.S. Bank down on Grand was doing some stucco work over some. Might have even been brick.
Dude, are you ready for that next year? That's probably going to be the highest job you'll be in the air for.
Which one?
Flooring center.
We're gonna do that one next. The other side.
Well, no, the inside of it or the outside of it.
Oh, outside of it. Yeah.
In the spring.
You gonna? Yeah.
You got a lift.
We're good. I'm gonna go into it with the confidence of I am the man of whatever I'm on top of. If we got a lift, like I said, I'm always better if I have something I can.
Like
stand on,
it's
like,
not so
physically.
much because I'm, when I'm up there, I'm totally fine. I need somebody who's gonna be driving us very comfortably up there.
I've definitely used a scissor lift before.
Yeah, I'm just from way up high.
Not super high.
Yeah, I'm talking
But-
about having that bad boy
yeah,
extended 40 feet, and then you're
Mhm.
staring at the ground, cutting around corners.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Okay, I would love to hear way more confidence in this out of you when it comes to
It's gonna be
this
fun.
spring. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a good time.
I know it'll be a damn good time. I've already done I don't know how many of these things. I did a 60 by 80 shot, bro. It's another 20 feet higher than that.
Damn. Yeah, hell yeah. Those scissor lifts are pretty fun to cruise around on.
I think the funnest job was Home Depot when it came to that because they had that one that did the same thing, but man, you could turn that thing on a dime. Or these do pallet jack races, electric pallet jack races. You lift it up and just drop it and take off.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Dude, they had a lot of cool equipment. I got to drive forklifts over at Home Depot. I was driving forklifts.
Yeah, I can't remember what they called it. It wasn't a forklift, but it was kind of similar at Target. I was certified on that. Hell yeah. Cruising around.
Which one was it?
It's one with just like a basket on the front and it'll lift you up so you can get a box off of the shelf and onto the basket. I can't remember what they
Was it
called
the slow one or was it the speedy one? Because the one at Home Depot
it's pretty slow.
Oh, the one at Home Depot was fun. You could get jetting on that thing because it had
Cruising.
like it had the pallet in the front, so you could.
Hmm.
But also you could like slide stuff in.
I think a warehouse job would be pretty cool.
They just don't pay shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tesla seems like they're paying pretty good. But that makes sense. They're Tesla.
And then, I mean, what is pretty good? Salary? Hourly?
Yeah, hourly $20, over 20 over there in Seattle is pretty decent. If you can get something in Seattle for over $20, pretty
But that
good.
I was like,
Or
that's not good
outside
money.
it's outside of Seattle, but
I was like, that's not good money comparatively.
comparatively to a like
$20 in Seattle though.
I mean not directly in Seattle, but northern Seattle it's still pretty decent.
You got to make up a lot of hours on the back end to be able to make that work.
It's expensive to live
Is
over there
there-
for sure.
Yeah, because you got to pay state tax. You got to pay
Sales tax. Yeah. It's expensive as shit to live over there, dude, for sure.
What's the rent?
Thousands?
So it's higher than here.
Oh, 100%.
And
100%.
you can go work on the highway construction crew here and make $25 an hour. Probably doing less work than at a warehouse.
Probably.
And this is coming from
Yeah.
somebody who's worked in a warehouse, loading semis.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
over there, if you're lucky if you're getting paid 15, 16 at like a fast food restaurant, if you're not in Seattle city limits. Now, the minimum wage of Seattle city limits is pretty up there. Can we look that one up? Minimum wage of Seattle? Because like I think it's within the city limits, you have to be within the minimum wage. And it's pretty
But right outside of it, it's
1997.
yeah, 1997 for your minimum wage in Seattle. But yeah, as soon as you get outside of Seattle city limits,
so they're
you're-
essentially paying him minimum wage.
yeah, he's over 20. I don't know exact numbers, but he's over 20.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just told me he's essentially making a minimum wage. And that's where I'm trying to get at. It's like in theory, yeah, you see that number and it sounds good, but I mean, it's really not that good.
It's not amazing, but it's better than
Nothing.
what
yeah.
you're gonna get paid doing anything here for sure. Minimum wage here is $7.
I think it's 8 and some change now, or maybe even 9 and some change. 9.15. 10.30.
10:30.
So it's, I mean,
Okay, half. It's a little less than half.
yeah.
Okay, all right, that's better.
And I was
thought,
gonna say, and no bash against him. Look how much Tesla makes as a giant corporation, and that's how much they're choosing to pay their employees. That's what I'm really getting at here.
yeah.
And then you can just, like, the way
But-
you look at it, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay every one of these guys 20, and then bam, okay. Like, why are you mad at me?
Then you also got to look at the health benefits. There's a lot more that factors into that than just the.
The crazy
Just
part
the-
is, okay, even look at insurance, right? So you pay insurance for you might get sick. So that's like a tax, essentially, at the end of the day with insurance. So hit me with another one.
What do you mean it's a tax?
Because
It's just-
you could 100% go and get your own insurance
Mhm.
for a tenth of the cost of what they're going to charge you.
Probably, yeah, because that dude, even when I was working, the insurance was fucking
Look at-
insane, dude.
Go have an actual medical problem and go in and say you're going to pay for it out of pocket and see how much less you pay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in
That's
this
true.
country is built off a
Absolutely.
credit system, so they can charge you whatever on the back end for interest. Everybody
That's a
can
good
make.
point. Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
very good
everybody
point.
can sit around and say the people who run these companies they have the best interest when it comes to their employees. But
But
the bigger the company gets, the less they see these people, the less they actually give a shit about them.
and the only way they got to become that big company is by making a profit, right? So that's a good point. It is a very valid point.
And even look at it though. There's a reason why I have been told to go exploit a labor market.
Because there's money there. There's money there. The money's.
I don't have to pay you guys. I can pay them $10 an hour. Is it right? I don't think it's right. I don't think that you should have these mega corporations who can profit in the way that they do just because they choose to keep other constituents happy who have just as many or as much money as these big head honchos who run these corporations.
Slave labor at its finest, really.
100%, and it's just presented with a really nice bow. It sounds pretty. Joe Rogan even talks about it making a comfortable work space so you never want to quit.
That is a big thing, right? I mean, that was one thing Spitz was really proud of, is the retention rate. Because I wonder, what's Tesla's employee retention rate? Let's look that up. Let's see how well they treat their people. Thank you. We do have to tip a little bit today, don't we? Shit, we've looked up a lot of stuff.
You got like at least $3.
Damn. We're gonna go broke if we keep doing these podcasts, dude. I think DJ needs to take a week off. I'm telling you.
72 out of 100. Stay.
So that's 72%. He's got a 72% employee retention rate. That's pretty damn good. Because Spitz said they were in the 60s and their closest other restaurant was in the 30s.
How much is that dependent on? There we go. So 14% of their workforce just gone. How many? 121,000 people, no jobs, just like that.
But then they're hiring again? Why not hire the guys that got laid off back?
Because you can find new people.
Maybe you
keep
call it
shuffling out the ones you don't want.
Exactly.
And keep bringing them in.
You call it a layoff and you get rid of the weak.
So it's cool when you can play mad scientist with people's lives. These people have to go home and take care of their kids.
Yeah.
These people have to wake up and go serve you. You know what I mean? At least thing you can do is remember that they're fucking people.
I'm sure there's a lot of that going on.
Happens everywhere, though.
I would like to think that Elon...
Is the Target CEO walking up and hanging out with all of his employees?
Oh, no, the Target CEO.
Is Walmart coming and hanging out with all them? They actually stepping off their ivory towers and coming out and seeing what their employees and everybody go through. Why does it take a show like Undercover Boss?
Yeah. And some staged, fake, sad stories. Yeah.
Like, how did they, like, okay. They just had some guy come in who put camera equipment everywhere, and that nobody gonna know this camera equipment. And then all of a sudden, some guy shows up who's got a bald head, and you're like,
and the cameraman following him around, and they're like, oh yeah, it's just a documentary on how.
He just figured out who the best liar was. What? That was you this whole time?
Oh my god!
I can't believe that.
And they're like, hey, you should tell this guy some sob story about how your kid is trying to go through school and you're working 2 jobs, whatever, Yeah.
I was like, I listen to a lot of billionaires when they talk, man. You get to have so much money that your level of care for anybody underneath you is so minimal.
Well, that's what I do with that CEO getting shot, dude. A bunch of CEOs are all... I mean, I'm assuming they're stressing because there's a bunch of memes about it and everything, so I'd assume that the security detail is getting...
Well, I was going to say, you look at that, I was like, so much of it is just public image. You have to appear a certain way.
Right. Well, I mean, the one of the memes I saw about that one was everyone's like, a cop showing them a picture. Do you know this guy? The entire world. Nope, nope, no, I don't know him. It's like it's a little sketchy when that's kind of the memes that are coming out. But it's true. His was the most percentage denial of the insurance. So one deranged family member is all it takes to, you guys didn't pay for my so-and-so's.
I was gonna say, you want to talk about deranged family? I gotta see the classic People Under the Stairs. You ever seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
You definitely gotta. It's worth it. Worth a watch.
People Under the Stairs, huh?
It's a horror comedy.
Oh.
It's a trip.
Okay.
It's definitely not what I was expecting whatsoever.
Damn.
I almost don't want to tell you anything about it.
Yeah,
You should definitely watch
it. Netflix? Or is it?
The wife has the streaming thing on her phone, so she can pull up movies.
She's got some magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She's got some good magic.
Some good magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Yeah, that's crazy. Well,
if you could write, you know what I mean? If you were educated, you were deemed a witch. You weren't supposed to be educated and poor.
Yeah. Saw a good joke that was just talking about how a witch making a brew is just soup.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty good. But I was gonna say if there was a good version of a witch, what would you call it? But maybe a fairy? Or fairies are completely different.
Yeah,
so I think like witches and warlocks, you can be an evil witch or a good witch, or an evil warlock or a good warlock. Is
yeah, because look at.
Then what do you? Then you just call him a magician? A good warlock? What's a good warlock called? What was Gandalf called? Wizard. Yep. Boom. There you go. Okay. So there's got to be a female version. The witch is the bad one. What is a good?
Well, no, because I think you can look at Wizard of Oz.
Hold on. Did you hear the theory about the Wizard of Oz though?
And we're here in Curtis's Conspiracy Corner.
Apparently, the good witch is actually evil because she knew the whole time that Dorothy could just click her heels and say there's no place like home. But instead, she sent her all the way over to go kill the Wicked Witch of the West because that witch didn't want to do it. So
the house landed on her.
This was just the theory that I heard, is that the reason she sent Dorothy on this crazy adventure was because she was actually the bad witch and the Wicked Witch of the West was actually the good one. But the one witch didn't want to kill the other witch, so she sent Dorothy to do it. And then all when it's said and done, she's like, oh yeah, you can just click your heels and say, there's no place like home. And you could have done that the whole time you were here. But I didn't tell you when I first saw you. I made you go kill a witch. Pretty cool theory. I was like, I like it. I like it when you twist it around, make the good person evil.
That is the duality of it all, though. It's like that old saying, live long enough for your heroes to become villains.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah. And ideally, yeah, if you don't play along with the game, you're a villain in somebody else's book.
That's very nice. Yes.
Constant duality of each other.
Dang, yeah. Because even if you are playing the hero, right? Say you're the swordsman going to save the princess from the castle and the dragon.
Well, look at Bowser. Look, they did it really good in this new Super Mario.
Yeah.
Bowser's just falling in love.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Then Mario's like, I gotta keep doing my thing.
Yeah, imagine.
And then Bowser just goes back to being lonely as hell.
Imagine you're a dragon. Some knight in shining armor comes and steals your princess. You're like, yo, dude, I've been protecting her for 100 years.
Which, that's a tough one, too. Because even then you're a crazy person on the back end. Let her go.
You kept her locked up, dude, in a sleeping
But if
bag.
anybody got close to her, they were gonna ruin it.
If they wake her up, she'll die in 30 years. You know, man, everyone had good intentions, even the dragon
Right.
putting the spells on her.
That is sad as hell.
I want to make a Disney movie from the point of view of the dragon now.
Oh, dude,
The
came
Lonely
up
Dragon.
with the. Well, there's only a Lonely Robot.
That one looks actually really good. It does look
Yeah, it came up with the plot for Wreck-It Ralph 3.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
don't worry, Pixar. I'll send it over.
We'll do the fine details, and
It's gonna be a good one though.
we want the check first, half up front. What?
Ideally, half up front.
What do you think?
12 million.
Yeah, so we just need 6 million up front or 12
Oh,
million
no,
up
that's
front.
12 million up
Okay,
front,
24
yeah.
million for the final script. Okay.
I mean, the amount of work that DJ's gonna have to do, he's gonna need at least 6 million himself.
He's writing it all. He's writing the script.
No,
You're just idea man?
he's gonna. Yeah, of course. I'm Steve Jobs of this thing.
I'm just gonna sit
I
there
have an
and tell you.
idea. I think everybody needs to go like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, and they do. That
We need
is
to get that handled.
there. Where's the bulb?
We need to see some numbers. We need to see some comments. We need to see all those things.
Heck yeah, we actually, dude. I think we broke 50 views on the Wing Wednesday with Amanda Sue video.
Oh, shout out. What's up?
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
think it
dope.
surpassed the sudden death video. Yeah.
There we are. So obviously the numbers are turning.
Yeah. Because yeah,
At least they're headed in the right direction.
I had Ben and Corey stop by right after we got done with breakfast. They hit me up too. I was like, man, I'm popular today. It's kind of funny. I went and locked the door right after you guys left. I was like, we're locked up here. All right. 10 minutes later, I walked by. I was like, got more friends coming over, I guess. This is pretty nice. They just hung out. They are lost a pool tournament, but waiting for a raffle.
It is just pretty damn funny. Like the amount of people that came out just concerned.
It's just like, no.
Friday didn't work out, and then everybody's like, "Are you okay?"
No, that's not what happened.
Your brother called you.
I
I called
yeah.
you.
You got. And I was like, you guys fucking.
Ben didn't know.
No, Ben didn't know. Ben
I
was just.
bet your brother called him and said,
No.
"You should call him." I was like, I don't want him to.
It was just. It was just a happenstance. It just happened to be one of those days.
Yeah.
And it was no big deal. I think my brother was like hyping it up way more than he needed to be, because it's not anything more than it is, right? We're just friends hanging out. That's fucking it. And he's all like, "Oh, I'm fucking gonna bring her home. We'll go hide in the room, pretend we're not here." I'm like, dude, like, it's just not getting to that point.
And that's
bro.
just that's a good
It
brother
is.
looking out for his brother.
I get it. I appreciate the gesture. But
There you
like,
go.
I don't know how many times I had to tell him, it's not like that, bro. It's not like that, bro. Okay, I'm not trying to bring girls
Unless
home
it
right away,
unless it
dude.
would have been exactly like that, then you're all like, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry, but you're right. Go to your room. Go to your room. Bail.
That was the funny, because we were actually talking, me and Bryce, that next morning. We were like, "Call him twice, and he didn't answer. Must be, He said he wasn't gonna do that. He said he was gonna be a gentleman." So I didn't think that, but he was also like, how quickly that goes right out the window.
It was because my phone, instead of being right here, was right here. Just right over there, and I didn't hear it.
It's too far. Can't hear it.
I was editing. I think I was just starting to finally getting into editing when you called that morning. But yeah, then we ended up hanging out Saturday night, so it was cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was chill.
Bear with us come Wednesday when this wing video drops, because
Oh yeah, it's a bummer with the audio.
we want to dub it over, but it's also whether or not my editors really have the energy to deal with the dub over.
If I shortened it up quite a bit, we could easily go over with a dub over. Easy peasy.
Whatever you guys want. You let us know what you want.
I think that might have been half of my stress stream last night, is how that video, and like I tried so hard to adjust that other audio to sound decent enough, and I think that might be where my stress stream came from last night, was that video.
I think this is going to be... just a lesson for the future, you know what I mean? And sometimes it is okay to stop hammering at something if it's not going in the right direction. Just walk away from it. It doesn't feel good. Don't keep trying to hammer it.
I seriously did that yesterday at one point. I was like fucking with that audio and I was just like, okay, it sounds somewhat decent. It sounds way better than it did 5 minutes ago. Saved the project, closed it out, fucking launched Sledders so I could fucking snowmobile for a minute. It's like, fucking just...
No, I mean, I've literally done it myself. I don't know how many times I have just tried to force something that is not working, and you're like, why? I could have done this. I could have thrown this thing out and then got everything brand new and done it in the amount of time that I took forcing this.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely...
So, I mean, it happens in painting all the time. You know what I mean? Like that texture spot was a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely did not have the patience for
But
what I was supposed to be getting into.
10 minutes this morning. Not going to bring it up. We're at the end of the podcast, but simple things like that.
I was not fucking having it this morning, man. Yet again, that is probably one of my biggest faults is my assumptions, and I'm just like, it's got to be this, so I'm gonna do this, and then not right.
Bro, I totally get it when it comes to assuming things. You assume one thing, and then it turns out you're completely wrong,
and then it has trickled into that one assumption has led to just making your friends sad, just hurting your friends. No one wants to hurt their friends.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know how bad you hurt your friends.
What are you doing
until your
here?
friends are hurt.
What are you doing here?
And that's the perfect reaction from my wife.
What are you doing?
You nailed it. Let's wrap this bad boy up. We got things to do.
Yeah. Much love. We will see you guys on the next one tomorrow.
We're going to keep working on this audio thing, see if we can't get it hammered out. If not, then we'll just be running it like this for a little bit longer until we get some brand new mics. And then from there, that's
knows?
That. So we'll be back tomorrow. And until then, we are out.
Bye.